Hello everyone, I'm Margaret and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk a bit about the annual or yearly 3 afflictions and how they can affect you where they are this year. This is an important reminder because these 3 afflictions can also be in the same sector where you have an auspicious yearly or monthly star or energy. Now the sector is still affected by the presence of this affliction. So it is important to note this location and that they change every year. And it is also important to remember that especially when you are in the process of constructing and renovating. So let's go through each one briefly. Every year you'll have to take note of where the Shui, Grand Duke, another name for it, the Shui Po or the year breaker, and the 3 killings where they are located for the year ahead to make sure that the year is as good as can be for you. Now, this usually takes place around the 3rd or 4th of February using the solar calendar as reference. The location of the 2022 annual flying stars change on the 3rd of February 2022. Now, when this happens, the annual afflictions change with every home, office, shop, and building, any properties out there all over the world. Okay, so in 2022, the 3 yearly afflictions can be found in the Northeast 3 sector, the Southwest 3, and the North. Okay, so if we're not careful, there is a likelihood of activating these 3 afflictions. So especially when you're carrying out the renovation work. So let's go through each one briefly. Now the Grand Duke Jupiter, or Tai Sui, is also known God of the Year, is in the Northeast 3 direction, which is actually where the tiger direction is, the tiger sector. Now even if it's only 15 degrees, in 2022, the Grand Duke occupies the Northeast 3 area of your house. The monkey, which sits in the Southwest 3 sector, is in direct conflict with the tiger. Now, you have to pay special attention to the Grand Duke, even if it only occupies 15 degrees of the area, as disturbing it can cause severe problems, misfortune, failure, and defeat. Avoid the sitting or confronting or facing him if you do not like to be dealing with this type of various problems and challenges. Activating the negative chi of this sector will bring all these unexpected, unnecessary accidents, mishaps, or negative consequences to the occupants of the house. It is also best to avoid using the sector for any work-related or business matters to avoid the negative outcomes. So be aware of where you spend your time and at home or even at work. Now, if unavoidable, do sit with your back against the Tai Sui or the Grand Duke to solicit its support and gain some sort of authority, maybe at your workplace. So in other words, do not confront the Grand Duke, even if it is your best direction. Sit with your back towards the Grand Duke to enlist his support and help. And as much as possible, do not use this sector or do not do any construction or renovation in this area. No noise, digging, or renovating activity in this area because it will trigger some sort of negative and unwanted energy. Okay, so keep the Northeast 3 sector, even if it's just a small sector of 15 degrees, keep it quiet and do not do any major renovation in this place. Let's get on to the second annual affliction, which is the Shui Po or the year breaker, and it's located on the opposite direction of the tiger, which is the monkey. So the monkey sits on the Southwest 3 sector of your compass direction, and it directly clashes with the Grand Duke. So avoid triggering the Grand Duke by not doing anything also to activate the year breaker star. So you have to be careful and treat this area as the same with the same care as you would do with the Grand Duke sector. So those born under the sign of the monkey are of course in direct conflict with the tiger or the Tai Sui, and should actually avoid using these two locations. Okay, so as much as possible, do not use this particular sector. It's only 15 degrees and no major renovation or remodeling work as well. Okay, treat it like you would treat the Grand Duke sector. Now let's get on to the next sector or the next affliction. This is the three killings or Sansha. It's in the north direction for the year 2022, and will actually fly into the cardinal directions, and it is actually 90 degrees, so it will affect 90 degrees, so all of the north sector for this year. Unlike the Sui Po and the Tai Sui, which actually only involves affect 15 degrees of that particular area. Okay, so the three killings suggest three kinds of bad luck with relationships, which brings also three kinds of losses: loss of wealth, loss of loved ones, and loss of one's good name. Now, the animal sign hit directly by the three killings are, of course, the rat and the horse. Now, it flies only, again, to the cardinal directions and not secondary directions, which means they can occupy really a large part of your house, 90 degrees. So what you have to also take note also is to arrange your furniture, in your living and dining room, or especially in your workplace, so that you do not sit confronting or facing the Grand Duke, and do not sit with the three killings behind you. Okay, so in other words, confront the three killings but have the support of the Grand Duke. So as with any afflicted areas, avoid doing any home repairs, renovations, having noisy activities in these sectors, and probably I would not worry about a TV or radio if the sound or is pretty normal, and it's like it's not really loud blasting, or like a boombox blasting in the background. So again, please be sure to avoid renovations in this three particular sectors. Again, when you're positioning your desk, or your office desk, your home office desk, or your study desk, make sure you confront or sit facing the three killings, and have the support of the Grand Duke in the back. Okay, and okay, so to summarize, you need to avoid major renovation in the sectors where we just mentioned, where the Grand Duke, the Sui Po, the Year Breaker, and the three killings are. And I know I've touched on the 5 yellows before in my annual update. And so these are the 5 yellows, also a sector where you do not do any major renovation, as it will actually trigger negative energy and affect the occupants of the home. And it is best to just postpone some of this work, and and if it is really necessary, you can actually consult a Feng Shui practitioner before doing any of this work. Now, if you also really need to fix or repair the affected areas, then make sure that you start from an auspicious sector. Now, these activities, what I just mentioned, renovation, construction, or major activities or digging, applies to both your external and internal environment. So outside in your garden, inside, the house. So external activities can be like digging and renovating patio or brickwork outside in your garden, digging up some, planting a tree, that type of thing. So as you can see here, okay, in this slide, there is a guy painting. I would say that painting a wall is pretty not as noisy as you would create as opposed to digging, breaking of walls. So painting a wall is pretty okay. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. So it's Margaret saying bye bye for now.